what madness are you doing? If you're not able to do the job, why don't you tell me? Then Arjuna said, Guruji, you told me unless and until I finish my work, I should not come for lunch. So how can I come back without finishing the job? That one single statement made Arjuna very dear to Dronacharya. Then Dronacharya started teaching all kinds of miraculous weapons, all kinds of the secrets of war, all secrets of archery. That is why you see Arjuna got two names. Arjuna got so many names. Two names. One is called Savyasachin and Gudakesha. Gudakesha means, did I tell you this in the last class? Okay. Gudakesha means a man who had won the darkness, who can fight in darkness. So what happened one day, Kunti Mata was serving dinner for everyone. So Mother Kunti, she has a very special system. What she will do is, she will feed all the 4 Pandavas except Bhim. She will give food to Yudhishthira, Arjuna, Nakula, Sahadeva, and she also will eat. Then finally whatever is left over will be given to Bhim. You know why? If she gives first Bhim, then everybody will have to starve. He will eat of everything. Right? Do we have any Bhim Sena in our class? So this Bhim will eat of everything. So one day, Mother Kunti was serving food to all of them. And suddenly there was a gentle breeze and the lamp went off. It was dark, pitch dark. And immediately Mother Kunti took some lighter, whatever it is, and she lit the lamp back. But within seconds, they found out all the plates were empty. What happened? Bhima ate of everything in between. Before lighting the lamp, Bhima ate of everything. Smart fellow. Then Arjuna is wondering, how could Bhima finish off everything? There was not a tiny noise, tiny sound. How could he focus in the dark? How could he see in the dark? Then he ran to Dronacharya, Guru, and said, how did Bhima do this? Then Dronacharya said, my dear Arjuna, Bhima is thinking of food. All the time meditating on food. He is desiring food. He is breathing food. He's all the time thinking of food only. That is why without any noise, he could finish off the plates in the dark. Then Arjuna asked, oh, is it? So in that case, can I also fight in the darkness, in the night? Can I fight with blind eye? Dronacharya said, why not? If you practice, you can become very powerful. You can fight in the dark. Wonderful. From the day Arjuna started practicing in the dark, like that he was sending arrows and piercing at the, this thing. He was mastering himself. That is why he got the name Gudakesha. Right? Then another name, Savyasachin. Sachin, in India there was a cricket player called Sachin Tendulkar. Sachin means expert. Savyasachin. Why Arjuna got that name? Sachin is Arjuna's name. Why he got that name? He can fight with his left arm and also he can fight with his right arm. He can use both the arms and fight. That's why he got. So, all these secrets he learned from Dronacharya because he could please Dronacharya. He could satisfy Dronacharya. That is the secret. Teacher, Guru. Last session we spoke about the value of parents. This session we are discussing about the value of teacher. The teacher has got all the knowledge in his heart. If you satisfy him and if you open his heart, he will give you all the knowledge and you can become the master. You can become the master of any art. And in Ramayana, this happened with Ram. Ram was just a 16-year-old boy. Just finished his Gurukula, young boy, young teen boy. And he came back to his palace. And one day, Vishwamitra walked in. Who walked in? Who walked in? Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra is a teacher, yes. At the same time, he is short-tempered. He will go wild if you don't do what he does, what he says. Do you have these kind of teachers in your school? Again, why my voice is breaking? Okay. Is it clear now? Yeah. Is it okay now? Okay? Yeah. Thank you. So, thank you. Thank you, Vamana. Darsh Pradhan. Thank you. So, he showed his thumbs up. Very beautiful yellow color. Anyway. So, Vishwamitra. Okay. Do you have any teachers in school like Vishwamitra getting angry all the time and shouting and screaming at you? No? Acha, you... All the teachers? Okay. When we used to study, those time teachers used to get wild. At that time, beatings are allowed. And most of the teachers, what they do, to us, they will start pinching, they pinch so badly. You can see one lump of flesh coming out of your arm. It will turn red, like a bulb, it will come out, So hard they will pinch. And we used to cry in the class. And we go and tell our parents at home, they will pinch the other side. This is how we used to get training. Luckily nowadays, it doesn't happen to you. You are lucky. So still, teacher has to be respected because some teachers are like Vishwamitra, Katak people. But still, they also have knowledge inside the heart. And Vishwamitra walked into Ayodhya. The moment Dasharatha, father of Lord Ram, and all the citizens of Ayodhya, they came to know Vishwamitra had come, they said like, oh God, what will happen now? Because Vishwamitra can get angry for no reason. And once he gets angry, he will curse people, he will punish people, he can do whatever he wants. So people started running here and there. Hooray, Vishwamitra had come, Vishwamitra had come. And Dasharatha came to know Vishwamitra came. And Dasharatha is like, my God, what's going to happen? What is he going to ask? He was so scared. Then Vishwamitra walked inside the palace. Majestically, royally he walked in. Then Dasharatha went, bowed down to him, touched his feet and washed Vishwamitra's feet, gave him fruits, and he was kneeling down in front of Vishwamitra and said, Guruji, what can I do for you? I know you have come to Ayodhya with some purpose in your heart. You have some desire in your heart. Please tell it to me, reveal it to me. I will make it happen. Please tell me, what do you want? How can I serve you? How to please you? This is how students used to be in front of teachers in those days. Nowadays, things are different, They used to be very humble, very, sometimes the students used to do menial service in Guru's house. They have to go buy vegetables and bring to Guru, and they have to cut vegetable, clean the house, and they live in Guru's house. Even prince, even ministers and zamindar's children, royal children, they all have to go to Guru, live in Guru's house, and clean the Guru's cattle shed, give bath to cows. They have to do all kinds of household thing. Imagine now the teacher tells, okay, come to my flat and clean my flat. Will the students go? Now the system is completely different, we won't go. We will file a suit, we'll file a case against the teacher. But in those days, the students have to do all these things. And they were doing, right? Then Vishwamitra said, O Maharaja Dasharatha, we are practicing meditation in jungle. myself and my disciples. But when we are practicing this meditation in jungle, there is one Rakshasi called Tadaka. And Tadaka and her two sons, they are coming and spoiling our puja, our yajna, our meditation. You know, they are throwing blood in that fire camp, this thing, Agni Kunda, fire this kunda. And they are throwing flesh inside this. Even that is okay. These Rakshasas and Rakshasis are coming and urinating on the fire and spoiling the whole puja. Gods will be very upset, you know. Do you all urinate on bed while sleeping in the night? Thank God, good boys. You know, but when you were all kids, everybody, we used to do that. But these people are doing in Agni Kunda, where the pujas are supposed to be. So Vishwamitra got very upset. This Tadaka is too much. Her sons are too much. They're spoiling our puja. Right? We should never disturb puja for God, because that is the time we are getting connected with God. Do you all spend some time in worshipping God, like chanting Krishna's name or attending some arati or shaking head during bhajan? Do you all do this? Yes or no? Yes. Every day you happily go and take part, or your parents force you to take part? Be very honest. Are you happily taking part, or you are forced to take part? Honest answer. Yeah, sometimes you are forced. Yeah, sometimes happy. Anyway, it's okay. Even if you don't like it, you just attend for a second. That is the time we get connected to God. You know, the moment I start thinking of Krishna, God in my heart, and Krishna is thinking, Arey, from Damodar Desh, Vrinda is thinking about me, Jash is thinking about me, Darsh is thinking about me, and immediately he will start thinking of us. We are not very sincere. We will be playful. We are not meditative. But Krishna is start thinking about us. And this is our connection time. You understood? That 3 minutes, that 5 minutes is the connection time between me and God. So if you get a chance again, never miss it. It's a connecting time. You are getting connected to God like that. Okay. So Vishwamitra got very upset. Then he told Maharaja Dasharatha, I am planning to kill Tadaka. But to do that, I want your son Ram to come with me. The moment Dasharatha heard, he started trembling, shivering. There was an electric current passing through his spine. His heart came out of his mouth. He was like, oh, how can I send him? Ram is a small boy. And he had never witnessed a battle. He doesn't know what is a battle. Never been to battlefield. I don't know how can he fight that too in front of Tadaka. Tadaka is a mystic demoness, Rakshasi. She can change her form like that. She can spit blood. She can do amazing things. How can Ram fight? And Vishwamitra said, Dasharatha, that means you are denying my order. Are you not willing to send your son? If you don't send your son, I will curse your dynasty. I will curse your family. Then Dasharatha was even more scared. Oh, Guruji, Vishwamitra, please don't do that. If you want, I will personally come. I will come with my entire army. I will finish Tadaka. Shall I come? Then Vishwamitra said, no. I want only Ram to come. I want only Ram to come. If you are not going to send him, you will see my anger. Then other people went and told Dasharatha, you know, Vishwamitra gets angry. That will be horrible. He will start cursing us. Send your son. Arey, what do you think of Vishwamitra? He himself can kill Tadaka very easily. He doesn't need our help actually. Vishwamitra is a powerful sage. By one mantra, he can kill Tadaka. Look at these sages, no? So powerful they were. They will say some mantra